Good morning. It's day 24, and we are in James 4, verses 11 and 12. Two verses today, and boy, do these two verses pack a punch. Whew. And so I'm going to just dive right in. James 4, 11 through 12. And it says, "Don't criticize one another, brothers and sisters. Anyone who defames or judges a fellow believer defames and judges the law. If you judge the law, you are not a doer of the law, but a judge. There is one lawgiver and one judge who is able to save and to destroy. But who are you to judge your neighbor?" So this just kind of hit me because, we talked a few weeks ago. I shared with you, not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, about how God taught me not to judge. And this is really goes a little bit deeper. Why? Because he's talking about don't criticize one another, brothers and sisters. He's speaking to the Jewish Christians about the Jewish Christians. And he's saying, don't judge each other, don't criticize each other. And then he goes on to say, anyone who defames or judges a fellow believer, he's talking about the family. He's talking about you and me. He's talking about the Jewish Christians. He's talking about the church as a whole. So the first word that jumped out was the word defamed. And so I looked that up. And defame means to harm the reputation by saying falsehoods. It's basically just slandering. It's telling a lie. And so we know we would all say, oh, well, we would never want to harm somebody's reputation by lying. But would we harm it by telling the truth? I don't know. Do we slander? But is slander a lie? If it's slander, if it's a lie, or if it's slander, if it's a truth? I don't know. Then we go on to the word criticize. Don't criticize one another. This was a hard one for me. Why? Because criticize is defined as pointing out the faults of someone in a disapproving way. Pointing out the faults of someone in a disapproving way. And then he goes on and he attacks the idea of judging. And so I looked up the word judge, and judge is one who looks at the evidence and arrives at a conclusion. A person who's qualified to pass judgment. And right here, James is saying, don't criticize one another. And then he says, there's one lawgiver and one judge who is able to save and to destroy. But who are you to judge your neighbor? Whew. What I say to you is this: judging others was never in my job description. It was never in my job description. It's God's job. And when I'm judging somebody else, I'm trying to do God's job. And today, on this Saturday, I'm not doing God's job. I'm going to let God do his job. So I'm going to go all day today, and I'm going to try very hard. And today has not been a good day because I did find myself judging somebody today. Oh, man, I had to get on my knees and ask forgiveness for that. Don't judge. Make it a judge-free day today. Don't criticize. Don't judge. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.